What is the Baby Bump Social?
Oh, yeah, we love our Baby Bun Social. So it's a monthly gathering of expecting clients. And we love that. It's every second Thursday of the month. And it's like an hour and a half. And so it's a kind of a mingling. Expecting dads can also put a pregnancy belly on so they can kind
Oh,
of get it.
cool.
So it's really fun. And so they can kind of get a sense of a little bit more how it is to be 8, 9 months pregnant. And so usually they have a whole new appreciation after they wear that suit for a couple minutes of how pregnancy can be demanding physically. And also we have a Q&A panel set up with our educators and instructors. So clients can ask us any questions, of course, getting the tour of the Motherhood Center. And we have some refreshments and mocktails. And so it's just kind of a fun gathering of expecting parents.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Spotlight Houston, where we bring you the best of the people, places, and events in Houston. This week we sat down with Gabriela Gerhart to talk about the resources available for expectant and new parents at the Motherhood Center. This is episode 91 with an original air date of Monday, June 10th, 2024. And now your host, Blanca Quezada.
Today is going to be a very special show for everyone who's thinking about becoming a parent or is on the verge of becoming a parent, and you're wondering what you're going to do as a parent in your future. And it's important for women to understand and know what's going on with their health, their body during the pregnancy. There's so many changes, but this is also very important for their partners to know as well. So today with me is Gabriela Gerhart, and she is the founder and president of the Motherhood Center, where she provides a holistic approach for women or couples thinking about having children, planning ahead, and to go and learn about what they will experience. And also, of course, helping those that are going through pregnancy now and whatever post-pregnancy needs that a mother sometimes has. And that's something a lot of couples don't think about, that the Motherhood Center helps by providing diverse services, programs, and support to make sure the experience is going to be a happy and positive one for the parents and their families. Gabriela is here to provide as much information as possible for you to learn and understand about pregnancy, for mothers to be and their babies to be healthy. Gabriela, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Great to have you here. Gabriela is the founder and president of the Motherhood Center, where she provides a holistic approach for women or couples thinking about having children, as I mentioned. And so she is going to definitely give us a lot of information. Gabriela, what motivated you to open the Motherhood Center, and which I think is a beautiful facility?
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so the Motherhood Center been around now for 24 years, which is hard to believe. So when I initially founded the Motherhood Center, it really kind of the creation and kind of the foundation was really kind of grew from the need. So I came to US as an au pair. So I was an exchange student program, and I was working with American family here in Houston. And with my background, I'm a pediatric nurse and a physical therapist back home, which is Czech Republic. And so I came here just for 1 year to basically learn English and kind of experience the American lifestyle. And soon I met my husband, and so it will be 25 years of our marriage now. And so I started working as a postpartum doula or baby nurse. And so I started working with all these new parents and essentially helping them in their home, helping them understand their baby's needs, everything from breastfeeding, just really kind of being kind of their go-to person during the daytime or nighttime. And oftentimes these clients, whenever the assignments were coming to the end, usually the mom's a little bit in tears. They're like, so what I'm supposed to do now once you leave? And I said, well, there is some place for you to go. And once I did a little bit more research, I realized there is no place for her to go. And so I created the Motherhood Center really just kind of from the need, essentially.
Right, right. So you realized that a lot of parents, a lot of women needed that support. Yeah. And I'm sure that you saw that many times it was pretty scary and difficult and confusing for a lot of these women, especially going through all the physical changes and all the stress that they were foreseeing maybe, and then what to do with the when the baby arrived. And so many things probably going through their heads, right?
Oh yeah, no,
So
yeah.
so what are the most important types of services that you realized that you needed to provide to help them?
Like you mentioned, it is such an overwhelming journey. And so we are really trying to provide kind of a positive, nurturing environment and kind of a holistic approach to pregnancy and kind of the postpartum period, and essentially to kind of holistic approach to motherhood and fatherhood in general. And we actually even work with grandparents. We have even like a grandparents refresher classes. So
Oh, yeah,
it
you can't
truly is,
forget
yeah.
about them.
Yeah. So it's really truly kind of the whole family. And our services, I would say, kind of are in a few different kind of a buckets. As I mentioned, kind of the childcare services. So those would be the postpartum doulas, baby doulas, newborn care specialists, nannies, babysitting services, and family assistance. So we do kind of that, the childcare side. Another kind of a division or bucket of the Motherhood Center is the wellness side. So that would be the newborn, that would be the massages. So we do pregnancy as well as postpartum massages. We do pregnancy yoga and fitness classes, mom and baby yoga classes. So we have these massages and fitness programs. Another kind of an area is the educational programs. So we do everything from newborn care, childbirth, breastfeeding classes, CPR, grandparents refresher. And so those would be, again, kind of classes where we can offer here at the Motherhood Center, or actually even in clients' homes, or even virtually. And another kind of a division would be the breastfeeding support. So we have lactation consultants, which can come to clients' homes. We do breast pump rental, scale rental, and we also have a kind of a store boutique where clients can buy unique items kind of for their pregnancy and postpartum period.
So do you or are you able to provide tailored services for some of these new mothers or
Mhm.
women that are still pregnant that are going through different situations?
Definitely. I mean, we are kind of meeting the clients wherever they are. So it could be clients which are utilizing us for just one particular service. Some clients learn about us from the early on, from the pregnancy. So we are kind of on the pregnancy and kind of a parenting journey with them throughout the whole duration. With some clients, they might have just a need for lactation support. So we just really kind of customize our care and services to the individual needs of our clients.
Yeah, you have special
Mhm.
consultations with them,
Mhm.
private
Yeah.
consultations.
Yes, and I actually do maternity consultations, and those are very popular, especially for clients which are new to Houston, and they are just so overwhelmed. And even just helping them find a provider or pediatrician, or just really helping them understand what's coming, because usually, and I kind of joke with clients, but it for real, kind of whenever you have the first pregnancy test, your life is completely changed from
Oh,
that
yeah, in a
moment.
split second.
Yes, yes, yeah. So we are just really essentially kind of here to hold our client's hand throughout the
Mhm,
whole journey.
mhm. So what are some of the most concerning or common questions that you usually get asked?
It really kind of depends on kind of where the client is. Of course, a lot of clients are very kind of overwhelmed and nervous about the childbirth. And so for them to attend the childbirth class maybe sooner than later, so it can kind of eliminate some of the fear. Even do labor rehearsal class. So that's really kind of like a 101, where one of the classrooms gets set up kind of like a birthing room. And so they can kind of practice and exercise all the different positions and kind of really understand the stages of labor. Some clients are overwhelmed. We have a lot of professional clients, and they feel very comfortable. They are running companies, and they are kind of on feeling very comfortable in their fields. And all of a sudden, they feel completely overwhelmed caring for their baby. And a lot of times, they feel kind of less than, or they feel like, well, I'm the mom or I'm the dad, I should know. And so I usually tell clients, it's almost like you need to master while you are learning. And as you kind of mentioned earlier, just knowledge is power. And so just really our goal is to provide quality information, study-based, non-judgmental information to our clients. And for them to be empowered. And just sometimes it can be even just coming to the Motherhood Center and just validating that the backache you have or the swollen ankles you have, that there's all these other ladies which are experiencing that as well. And so sometimes kind of even just clients which are coming to our, let's say, prenatal yoga, just kind of the camaraderie and being surrounded by other expecting ladies is just very kind of fulfilling, and just knowing that you are not alone.
Yeah. And are these classes for both parents to be?
Yes, definitely. We do have our expecting dads are very involved, and a lot of times it's the dad who is booking the appointments for his partner, and we actually just started also a dad's group. So we are very excited about that, and dads really appreciate having kind of a platform where they can kind of express their fears and anxieties and their experiences, because it's not just a one man show. It takes two to
exactly.
form a family. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's also, my understanding is that it's not for women who are having their first baby. It's for women that have had several babies too.
Definitely. Because once you have second and third child, your needs are kind of unique in that way that all of a sudden you still wanted to kind of continue the care for your older one, but all of a sudden you are having kind of a new mission. You are kind of embarking, juggling 2 children or 3. So definitely that's where a lot of times our childcare services are very helpful and beneficial for clients. So even just having a help overnight so you can get a little extra sleep so you can function better, during the daytime.
And I'm sure that physically there's different changes that happen when you have a second or third child compared to the first one. So there's more questions that are asked.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So what is the difference between your classes and your services compared to a hospital class?
Sure. So basically, kind of to start with, probably kind of the size of the class, where we have kind of a maybe smaller classroom setting. And also, we are just able to kind of customize the class a little bit more towards our clients. There's more kind of the one-on-one interaction. Also, clients are in the same or kind of very familiar environment because they're already coming for other classes and other services here. Definitely, even just going to the hospital, you already start having different emotions. Coming to like a non-hospital environment is definitely can be beneficial. And we have all kinds of refreshments for clients throughout the classes. So we really wanted to make them as comfortable as possible, and just being kind of, again, surrounded by other clients which are on the same page.
Yeah, I think walking into a hospital would probably make people more nervous.
Yeah. Sometimes clients wanted the hospital class because they want to get the tour of the hospital, but they can kind of schedule the tour really at any point.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure that parents probably have questions about different styles of giving birth as well. Do you provide information on that?
So we have 2 types of childbirth classes. So we have a prepared childbirth and natural childbirth. So if clients are choosing to have more of an unmedicated childbirth, they are able to receive a lot of great information for that. And there are kind of variations of even other childbirth classes. And so we can either provide the resources or schedule kind of a more of a one-on-one session if clients wanted to have more kind of a customized class to their particular needs. So for us, kind of specifically, majority of our clients do hospital birth. And with that, it can be hospital setting and having medicated or unmedicated childbirth. We don't see as many clients which are doing home birth because they usually start working with a midwife kind of early on, kind of for the preparation. And also another option is a birthing center. And so we don't see as many clients for the childbirth classes from the birthing center just because they usually do the childbirth class with the midwife at the birthing center.
Do you happen to work in partnership with doctors?
Oh, yeah, definitely. A lot of doctors definitely appreciate the Motherhood Center and the resources because we are just really kind of helping facilitate healthier pregnancy. So just a lot of pediatricians and OBGYNs definitely refer Motherhood Center to their patients. And so we work with really kind of all across the community. So we work with the doctors as well as midwives.
What is the Baby Bump Social?
Oh, yeah, we love our Baby Bump Social. So it's a monthly gathering of expecting clients. And we love that. It's every second Thursday of the month, and it's like an hour and a half. And so it's a kind of a mingling. Expecting dads can also put a pregnancy belly on, so they can kind
Oh,
of get
cool.
it. So it's really fun. And so they can kind of get a sense of a little bit more how it is to be 9 months pregnant. And so usually they have a whole new appreciation after they wear that suit for a couple minutes of how pregnancy can be demanding physically. And also we have a Q&A panel set up with our educators and instructors, so clients can ask us any questions, of course, getting the tour of the Motherhood Center. And we have some refreshments and mocktails. And so it's just kind of a fun gathering of expecting parents.
And I'm sure there's a lot of exchange of experiences that they've been going through.
Definitely. Yeah. So it's kind of a lighthearted, and we've seen even just this last month, one of the couples, they just arrived from London, moved here from London, like week before the baby bump social. And so they're like, we don't know anybody. And an hour and a half later, they were leaving with new phone numbers of other expecting parents. So all of a sudden, you have kind of a built-in support system and kind of expanding the village.
Yeah. So once they do have the baby, do you help them with issues they might be having, like a baby that never stops crying? And why is that happening?
Yeah, no, we definitely. So we do in-home visits. So we have like a mom and baby check-in. And so that's more kind of on a 101, just kind of a couple hour visit. But also we do the postpartum doulas, the newborn care specialists. So we would be going to clients' homes during the daytime or nighttime and either kind of help troubleshoot maybe while baby is not on kind of a good sleeping routine, or kind of what we can do to help facilitate. Maybe if it's a baby mom is having struggle with breastfeeding, we can help with that as well. And sometimes it just really, the whole family is just sleep deprived and exhausted, and they just need kind of extra sets of hands to help to kind of get things in order a little bit more, and just really being there to answer any questions, because sometimes it can be overwhelming because you don't know, especially for clients with their first baby or second, they don't have much to compare to. And so having a professional which can come to their home and just really kind of put their mind in ease, because sometimes it could be like, this is all normal and baby is just adjusting, or it could be like, well, let's teach you a little bit about swaddling and 5S's, and those are all different kind of methods we can introduce, and all of a sudden we can kind of give mom a little bit more confidence, and
Yeah.
dads as well.
Yeah, the safest way to put a baby to sleep, how to lay him down properly. And also earlier you mentioned CPR lessons, which are
Definitely.
really important. Even though it's a tiny baby, they might have some issues breathing.
Oh yeah, no, we definitely, and even once babies start solids, and so we have the infant and adult child CPR certification program, as well as a friends and family. Pretty much all of our expecting clients like to take that class. I usually kind of say it's like an insurance. You have it, hopefully never have to use it. So the same kind of for the CPR class.
Yeah, and what to do if a baby or a toddler finds I don't know, a little piece of candy or
Yeah.
something, and then it gets stuck in its throat. What do you do?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's very kind of in the very friendly environment. They are learning a lot of times kind of this life-saving methods, and that's where we have a lot of times the grandparents coming to those classes as well, because they are feeling a little uneasy and kind of overwhelmed with that responsibility. So they appreciate those classes as well.
Yeah, little kiddos are a huge responsibility.
Yes, yes.
You're in charge of their lives for 18 years,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, for
So you
sure.
have to learn to be prepared. And someone like you and the Motherhood Center definitely provides questions to whatever parents have.
No, definitely. I mean, we are open 7 days a week, and so clients have really access to us pretty much 365 days. And it is sometimes could be the expecting or new parents which are just kind of overwhelmed, and they are just not really sure kind of which way to go. Sometimes it can be just that phone call, that email, or even on our website through a chat, giving them kind of the reassurance and support. as I mentioned a little bit earlier, just really kind of being the village for them. And we always welcome our clients and are very excited when we can help and facilitate whatever is needed.
Yeah. Do you provide educational training for someone that wants to become a doula or caregiver? Do you provide that training?
Yes. So we do have various programs where we can kind of test the knowledge of the caregivers and after that help them to gain and kind of build up on that knowledge. So we do have various programs. We also relaunch or we are relaunching Nanny School. So we are very excited about that as well. And yeah, so we have a lot of educational programs and offerings pretty much for anyone.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And Father's Day is coming up pretty soon. So do you have a special event for fathers?
So yeah, so we have for the expecting dads, our next week's Baby Bump Social will have kind of a daddy's flair to that. And we are having on our website kind of a daddy's corner. So we are having a lot of different topics and a lot of different blogs, really kind of specifically for dads. Sometimes they can be kind of forgotten during this journey, and actually even like 10% of dads experience post depression, and so something we don't even talk about. And so we definitely are big fans of our dads, and they even come for massages here at the Motherhood Center. So we have a dad's massage specials as well. So yeah.
Sometimes even new mothers don't know what they're going through after the birth and not realizing that they're going through postpartum depression. Yeah.
So that's something we see that some clients just wanted to even, I'm leading the mom's talk. So that's a really kind of a support group for new moms. And sometimes clients are not really realizing they are even going through postpartum depression or maybe postpartum anxieties. We do have a referral program where we can refer these clients out to specialists if there is a need kind of for a little bit more of a medical kind of attention.
Do you provide any of this information on your website?
We do have a lot of our website. A lot of the information on our website, motherhoodcenter.com. And if clients have like a specific and kind of a unique question or something that they cannot find on our website, they are always welcome to call us or email us.
Do you provide any like yoga classes or any other classes online through your website?
So we currently don't offer, there's a lot of different online programs for prenatal yoga classes. During pandemic, we were offering virtual, but we are just kind of finding that clients really wanted to be here at the Motherhood Center, kind of surrounded by other expecting ladies. So we kind of chose to have just in-person prenatal yoga classes and the mom and baby yoga classes, which are very fun.
Yeah. So do you provide any free services?
So we have the dads group is a complimentary support for dads or complimentary group. Also the Baby Bump Social is complimentary. Also clients can come to the Motherhood Center. We have a scale so they can bring their baby to weigh at any time. And so those would be one of our complimentary offerings.
Do some insurances cover your services?
So we do have kind of a different insurance codes clients can use. And so we are not handling the insurance directly, but we are providing the receipts for clients so they can get reimbursed for our services. And they can definitely use like the health savings accounts. And some of our clients actually get reimbursed even for our childcare services, for the breast pump rental, for lactation consulting, or even all the educational classes.
Yeah. I had to ask that question because so many people are working on their budgets because everything's so expensive now.
For sure.
And they want to make sure that they're going to get the best service they can get for the money that they're going to have to spend. So I heard that you also have a book out.
Yes, I do. I published a book. It's a memoir. It's called After the Fall. And it's my journey to freedom from communism to capitalism.
And it's available on Amazon?
It's available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble. I also did the narration of the book, so it's on the Audibles as well. And of course, available here at the Motherhood Center as well.
How difficult was that? That's a completely different ways of life.
Definitely, yeah. You mean writing the book or coming here?
Going through the experience and writing the book, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm actually writing the book. I'm ready to kind of start working on the book number 2. It was really just very kind of I never thought about writing a book, but it actually what happened is during pandemic, I was just kind of scrolling through social media and there was a pop-up and it says how to write a book in 90 days. I'm like, well, let me take a interest in that. And of course, it took me longer than 90 days, but I did had a wonderful coach, which kind of helped me kind of guide me through that. And yeah, I loved writing it. And it was really a good way for me to share my story growing up in a communist country and coming to America, starting a business, essentially kind of living the American dream and building a business, and just really all the different challenges and obstacles I was able to kind of overcome and kind of the support I received here in America. And it really is kind of a thought-provoking, inspirational. There's a romance and a lot of traveling. And so it's kind of a very easy read. It's about 4.5 hour kind of a audio book. So it's not too heavy, but clients can definitely, or anybody can kind of learn more about the
It
story.
also sounds very interesting and that people might be able to relate with your experience as well. Do you have any book signings coming up anytime soon?
I don't have anything coming up in the next few weeks, but I'm planning to have in the early fall, having more kind of a book signing tour. And I'm actually working on having the translation into Czech language as well. So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I know that you have a blog and a newsletter on your website. So
Yes.
can we find information about that on your website?
Definitely. Yeah. All of the information is on our website, motherhoodcenter.com. And we do have a very active blog. So there's a lot of good information and kind of resources anyone can kind of tap to.
Uh-huh. Besides going through your website, is there a phone number that people can call for more information?
Definitely. So our phone number is 713-963-8880. And yeah, and there will be my voice answering the phone. And after that, we can patch client to whatever extension they need, whatever their needs are.
Oh, that's great. Well, Gabriela, thank you so very much for all this great information that you've given us, especially parents to be or parents that are looking forward to maybe one day having this little beautiful bundle of joy, right? And we need to make sure that we're able to follow some of the advice that you've given us and have a great pregnancy experience.
No, yeah, we love, I tell clients, welcome to our Motherhood Center family, because every one of our team members is very passionate about helping expecting and new parents. So we truly want it to be kind of the extension of their village. So we are very honored, and we've been able to serve close to 50,000 clients in Houston so far. Yeah, there was a lot of babies or thousands of babies which kind of came through the Motherhood Center.
Yeah, and you're right. It's a whole family affair.
For sure.
Well, thank you again. And of course, I'd like to thank you all for joining me for this edition of Spotlight Houston. I hope you join me again. And if you happen to have any story ideas or any comments, please get in touch.
Hello, everyone. I'm Gabby, your AI host. There was a lot of great info in today's episode. This week on Spotlight Houston, we explored pregnancy and early parenthood, focusing on the fantastic support services at the Motherhood Center. Our host chatted with Gabriela Gerhart, the center's founder and president, about their essential resources for new moms, dads, and even grandparents. Gabriela shared her vision for creating a holistic space where expectant parents can find support, education, and wellness services. We covered the various courses offered, including childbirth preparation, nutrition for mom and baby, breastfeeding techniques, postpartum recovery, and baby safety. We also highlighted events like the Baby Bump Social, a monthly gathering connecting parents to be with experts, and a special Father's Day event just for dads. To learn more, visit motherhoodcenter.com or call 7139-638-880. Reminder, we are now publishing on Mondays. Join Spotlight Houston every Monday for more episodes that celebrate our city's energy and spirit. Do you have an idea or feedback for us? Just reach out to let us know. Follow us on social media and leave us a rating or a review on your favorite podcatcher. Spotlight Houston is a production of Story Zone Media.